Hi all, and welcome back to another edition of The Week Ahead. On Monday, main point of focus will be on US ISM non-manufacturing PMI data for December. On Tuesday, Chinese trade balance will be on focus, in addition to Eurozone business confidence as well. On Wednesday, economic calendar will become a little bit busier. It will start with the release of German trade balance for November, Eurozone unemployment rate, and also UK Parliament will begin debate on Brexit withdrawal bill. In the afternoon, we will receive Bank of Canada rate decision and also crude oil inventories for week ending 4th of January. On Thursday, Chinese Consumer Price Index and also GDP data is due for release. And midday 12:30 we will receive Eurozone ECB minutes from the last rate decision meeting. Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, home sales are due for release. The week will end with the release of UK GDP and trade balance data for November on Friday, followed by the afternoon release of US CPI data for December. Now, let's take a look at several markets. This is dollar Japanese yen, and it appears to be creating an oversold bounce back after this severe flash crash overnight. The price is currently capped by the resistance at 108.60. Only a confirmed breakout and the end of day close above that level would open up the way for the spike higher, potentially targeting upside resistances towards 108.90, 109 level, possibly even 109.75. Alternatively, if the current levels hold and we see a controlled pullback from the current levels, then the initial downside is supported by 107.60. Confirmed loss of that support area would open up the way for a dip lower and the retest of 107.16, possibly even 106.80 levels. Euro dollar is ranging in end of day time frame. It appears to be currently capped by the resistance at 1.1465. Only a confirmed breakout and end of day close above that level could potentially open up the way for a spike higher towards 1.15 resistance. Only a confirmed breakout above 1.15 and end of day close higher would open up the way for the retest of additional upside resistances towards 1.1540. Alternatively, either a rally into 1.1465 and a pullback or a pullback from the current levels is initially supported by 1.14 support level. Confirmed loss of that level would open up the way for a deeper retracement towards 1.1373, possibly even 1.1345. Crude had a nice bounce back last week. The key level that everybody was watching was at 47.50, 47.40. Some analysts are looking at this in such a way that this is potentially inverse head and shoulder pattern with a neckline. The initial upside resistance above 49 level is at 50.50. Confirmed breakouts above that level could potentially open up the way for the retest of additional upside resistances towards 53, which is the cluster of these previous highs here. Alternatively, any controlled pullbacks are initially supported by that neckline or a breakout level at 47.50. Confirmed loss of that level could potentially target a deeper downside retracement towards 46, 45.50, possibly even 44.50, which will be the cluster of these previous lows. Gold appears to be nice and bullish. It's supported by a couple of rising trend lines. The initial downside support is at 1283, 1284 level. Spikes higher are initially capped by nice and round number at 1300, 1302. confirmed breakout above that level would open up the way for additional upside resistances towards 1310, possibly even 1322. Alternatively, a spike lower and the end of day close below this initial downside support at 1284 would target additional downside support towards 1276. Only a confirmed loss of that level and end of day close below that level would open up the way for the retest of 1250. This is German DAX. DAX had a very nice rebound towards the end of the last week, initially supported by 10,635. Only a confirmed loss of that level would open up the way for the retest of additional downside support towards 10,500, 10,430, which is the cluster of these two previous significant swing lows. Some analysts are looking for the significant swing low down here at 10,275 as an additional level that should be closely watched. DAX is downtrending in multiple time frames. It's capped by a sequence of lower highs and a couple of trend lines. The initial upside is capped by 11,040, which is a cluster of these previous lows here. A pullback to support and a rally, or maybe a rally from this area here, could possibly test at 11,040, 11,128. Only a confirmed breakout above that level and end of day close could potentially open up the way for the retest of additional upside resistances towards 11,253. But so far, this particular equity index appears to be quite bearish. This is Dow Jones or Wall Street 30 as well. Very similar story, fairly substantial sell-off and a bounce back. Now we are at the key level, 23,450, 23,550 zone is closely watched by bulls or bears as well. Bears are looking at this oversold bounce back and they're saying this can potentially morph into something that might look like a rising wedge, and if we see a confirmed pullbacks from these current levels, then the initial downside support is at 23,140. Confirmed loss of that level could open up the way for the retest of this zone down here, which is the cluster of these two previous lows towards 22,730, 22,580, 22,550 levels. Alternatively, if we see a breakout higher and end of day close above 23,550, that could encourage some bulls to come in and engage again, potentially targeting upside resistances towards 24,000, nice and round number, and a cluster of these previous lows and these previous highs. Breakout above that level would open up the way for the retest of 24,183, possibly even 24,400 to the upside. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, stay safe and happy trading. Bye for now.